Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, I guess I'll have to go home and do an unboxing for these retro maniacs. What's happening? We've had a nice relaxing weekend for once. Didn't have any commitments. I didn't have to set the alarm clock even once. I needed it. Got a bunch of stuff done. Now let's do an unboxing before we get back to work and we get all tired and all this other stuff. Let's do another one. So we got another Mopar, but I got something different picked out through the week. It's not a Mopar because we've done a couple Mopars in a row just to bust it up for people. This is a cool one though. I'll read you the back in a little bit, but it's a 2003 release. Another one that I've never opened. It's part of that 50 Years of Hemi series. The Motown Missile. A Mopar, it's a nice 72 Barracuda. We're gonna crack it open, take the straps off it, and see how these things look. Now I know Auto World has been making these old racers for the last while. So we're gonna see how ERTL was doing with them back in the day in 2003. It looks awesome through the box. I'm looking forward to having a look at this. So let's maybe sit down and chat about it and then get into it. Did I ever tell you guys how much I love air fryers? I love that.
It's an amazing machine.
Killing all the batteries, that way I can drain them all and have them all with equal charge, because when I bought the new ones for the other cabinet, they were all kind of different. So I'm gonna get them all the same charge once they're all dead. They're almost dead now, if you couldn't tell. Hey guys, just opening up my brew here to get going. Ooh. Okay, so what we got here, we got something that I don't usually collect, but I'm appreciating them after seeing that Color Me Gone, is it called?
Yeah, Color Me Gone's the bottom one.
Yeah, Glenn, that one that we opened there, the Sunstar Color Me Gone. Ever since I did that unboxing video, I'm appreciating this drag racing stuff a bit more.
And Lively one is the top one there.
So yeah, we're gonna have a look at this. This is not by Sunstar, this is by good old ERTL. And it's the 50 Years of Hemi, 1951 to 2001. It's the Motown Missile, 1972 Barracuda, Commemorative Series number 10, 1/18 scale diecast metal, steerable front wheels, opening door and hoods, detailed engine, chrome wheels, painted in authentic colors, authentic logos, limited edition. It looks great, actually. Like, it looks like, if you put it outside, looks like the real thing. So I'm looking forward to opening this because I've never actually checked one out like this. Okay, there's an interesting story on this car on the back, so I'm going to try to hold it steady for you guys. 1972 Plymouth Barracuda driven by Don Carlton. When somebody discards the most competitive pro stocker on the circuit, you'd better believe there's something really sensational waiting in the wings. And so it was with the Ted Spihar and Company's 72 Cuda, the last of the Motown Missiles. The 72 Cuda did what the first two missiles failed to do, win a major event, the Gaternationals, and had previously ripped off an all-time low ET for pro stocks at 948 and 146.10 miles per hour. By virtue of its sleek appearance and the reputation of the men behind it, owner engine builder Ted Spihar and the Chrysler Vehicle Performance Group, there was an air of mystery surrounding the missile. Some people almost expected to see it rotate the earth a quarter mile when Don Carlton dropped the hammer. But instead it would set a performance level for all other cars to equal. Believe it or not, it's been 5 decades since Mopar rocked the racing and performance world with its unique hemispherical head design. If you watched the last video I did, I kept saying hemispherical, and I actually added it because it wasn't on the box. It actually says hemispherical on the box, hemispherical head design, so that's not me just screwing around. To help say happy 50th anniversary to us, Mopar Performance Parts will be producing a series of limited edition 1/18 scale diecast commemorative cars. This series has been produced exclusively for Mopar Performance Parts and distributed by Merchandising Incentives Corporation. For more information regarding this commemorative car series, contact Merchandise Incentives Corporation in Troy, Michigan. But of course, we know who it's done by and we know when it's done, right? It was done by ERTL out of Dyersville, Iowa. It's 2002, I think I told you guys, but ERTL Collectibles. Good old ERTL Collectibles. So let's get her popped, guys. Now this is sealed. It still has the straps on it. We got to de-strap it so nothing gets wrecked. Funny thing is, Glenn has no idea where and when he got this car. I brought it up here and he was a bit confused that he owned it actually, but it's definitely not mine. It's got to be his. He just doesn't remember where he got it from. He doesn't really collect. Well, now he's collecting the race cars, but before he didn't collect them, so he doesn't know where he got it from. But it's a nice car. I'm a Mopar guy, so. It would be cool to have this car. I bet you Auto World made a version of this car because they're doing all these as well. To have a little side-by-side, but you know Auto World would be the old ERTL. I love you, ERTL, but... And there's that flawless ERTL paint. Never any paint rash with the ERTLs, guys. It just doesn't happen. I've never seen paint rash on an ERTL that I've opened. It hasn't happened. So, that's gorgeous out of the box. Of course, we're going to de-strap it. We're going to take it right off the base to get a good look at it. It's got wheelie bars too. That's awesome. Yeah, this is something completely different than I'm used to, so it's going to be cool. Even the inside's detailed with the red shift knob, but we're going to take it right off this and have a good look. And you know what I'm going to say, guys. Any new collectors, new viewers watching, keep all the inserts, the cardboard parts, everything. The only thing you throw out is the straps, because the straps could damage your paint after years. Plastic does weird things, and also the paint does weird things. Glenn had one of his chrome cars that had the strap over it for years. We de-strapped it, and under the strap looked like it was brand new chrome, but the rest of the car, it looked weathered. Like, because underneath the strap, never aged, right? So it does weird things like that as well. And when you're cutting the straps off, try to do it in a spot that's not near the metal or paint. They were careful to strap this hood down. Oh my goodness, guys. They took care packing this, so keeping the heck away from that nice black paint. The paint's gorgeous. ERTL is so good with the black paint. My black Fast and Furious, you know, Dom's car, the Racing Champions 118 with the blown engine. That thing has gorgeous. Like, I remember when I opened it up, the first thing I noticed was that black paint job. And I said, wow, ERTL kills it with the paint. And they're really good with the black paint. But I'll show you guys that up close with this here. So we're getting the last piece off of the blower here, pulling it through. Yeah, they had that hood secured down really, really well, so we're gonna have to get the last piece when it's off the base. Okay, so I'm gonna get it off the base to give you guys a really good look at it, but the paint is gorgeous on this. Like, look at that, guys. Look at that. I'm not seeing anything bad on it. No, it's smooth as glass, guys. But we're gonna take her right off and have a look. And we're gonna leave the cardboard on here because when we put it back in the box, even if you're displaying the car loose, leave this cardboard on the base. Leave it taped because this cardboard will help keep your box in the proper shape to keep it from collapsing and stuff. I'm excited to do this. I'm looking at this. It's got wheelie bars and everything. Like, this is different than what I'm used to.
I wonder if that's like one of the competitors for the Hemi under glass car.
It could be. Google it and see if they've ever raced. I don't know much about racing, but maybe they did race. I'm not sure if they'd be in the same class even. I don't know much about it, but
I don't know either, being honest.
I think they're from the same era. But Hemi under glass, I think, was this almost like a freak show thing. I don't know if it raced regular cars or if it even raced, or they might have just been one of those things they took to the races to show the crowd, like the one with the jet motor that blew fire. I don't know. We're gonna have to look that up after the video, Glenn. The Hemi under glass. I love the look of it. I've read about it, but I don't know if it actually competed or if it was made as one of those sideshows for the drag races, but we're going to find that out. I'm going to let you know next video if it's something that you guys don't already know. And we got the perfect size screwdriver here to do the job. But it keeps spinning and spinning because it has those plastic things. Come on. Yeah, it's just spinning and spinning because of that plastic thing. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to put pliers through it to hold it. Actually, you know what? Oh, the back one is holding the car down. So there's one back one holding the car down and two. So this is different probably because of the wheelie bar on it. They don't want it to smash in transit, but I'll get these first two off it, and then maybe I could swing the body around and it'll come loose because it's got one of those plastic tubes. And when I'm unscrewing the other screw, it keeps spinning. These two are coming out.
Well, here's what come up on when I typed in did Hemi under glass race Motown Missile.
Yeah.
Here's what came up.
Oh, that's just a model.
Yeah, so.
That's some guy, a YouTube video with a model of the Motown Missile, like a different version of this car. It looks like one of the earlier versions. This is the third one that actually won the championship. And the first one, see, automatically came off that when I did the other two. And this is numbered. I knew this looked better than the average ERTL, guys. This is numbered, and it's a clear number on the bottom. This is number 1693 of 2004 made. It says nowhere on the box about numbered, but this looks, like I said, guys, I'm excited about this because it's an ERTL, but it just looks so much better. Like, it's so far, like, I'm very excited to look at this. And I was thinking, I'm not going to be surprised if it's numbered, but yep, 1693 out of 2004.
Oh, good.
So there's 2004 of these made here. That is a low number. Nice low number. Again, guys, I'm wondering if anybody's watching this or watches this video. The KK scale models, Miami Vice Ferrari, I'm reading reports. There's 750 made. I ordered one. I don't know if there is or not, because some people say not, and it's people online selling them. I want to know what the deal is. So if anybody knows the truth, let me know. So with the old ERTL castings, the trunk doesn't open. Okay, but we're okay with that. You know what? I'm gonna give a good go around to this starting from the bottom just to show you guys. It's got the headers sticking out of the bottom. Beautiful. I love the wheels on it. It's got the wheelie bars. Wheels spin on the wheelie bars, which is cool.
I'm gonna guess the drive shaft doesn't turn, but I can't tell.
No, that's an Auto World type thing, or an ERTL exclusive, or ERTL Authentics, who I think got it from Auto. Don't hang me in the comments, but okay, I'm gonna give you guys a good go around. So they have all the sponsorship stuff, which is cool. The paint definitely looks accurate. Like I said, guys, I was kind of looking for a number on this because it just looks to be a little bit higher quality than the average ERTL stuff. And it is detailed to the max. It's got the roll cage inside. Now keep in mind this is 2002. I know some of you are saying, well, I have the Auto World ones and it smokes that. Well, I would hope it would because it's a lot newer than this. There's the hammer there, eh? Drop the hammer. Show you guys from the driver's side, and then we're gonna do a nice, it's some nice glamour shots, but not before I show you guys the motor. Look at that. I love that. The dash kind of still looks stock, so it resembles still a regular car. Like, what I don't like about a lot of the new race cars and even the monster trucks look like they're all fiberglass over a skeleton. Bigfoot's era, they were metal trucks with dashboards and like they look like real trucks. That's what I love. Nowadays, they don't look the same. They would outperform the old trucks big time, the suspension and everything, but they just don't look the same like regular trucks. I am in love with this thing, guys. Like, I do not usually collect the race cars, but I am really liking this, the details on it. Now, you know what we're waiting for. We're saving the best for last here. Now, by the looks of it, it's got 4 hood pins. Now, the hood pins don't look to be functional, but I'm thinking this hood's going to come off all... It's not going to swing open. It's going to come off, I think. And I'm going to be very, very gentle with that because I've never dealt with one. I could be wrong, though. Oh, wait, does it? You know what? It might swing up.
I was just going to say, make sure the fenders don't come up with it.
Yeah, the fenders might swing up. I'm trying to... No, they don't. It's an opening hood. I just got to figure out... Okay, it wants to come up. The hood pins aren't functioning, so what the hell's holding it? And it's still got a piece of the one band right there. Okay, so here it is. There we go. Just pops up. Pops up and off. There's no hinges. It's like a race car. Don't worry, Glenn. We didn't break it.
Nope.
That's what I was suspecting, because it's got 4 hood pins. They did such a good job. Wait till you guys see that motor. Look at that motor. That's not an average ERTL. I'm waiting to show you guys the motor here.
Holy shit.
That's not
It's
your
got
average.
2 blowers on it.
Two carbs, you mean?
Yeah, the carburetor things.
2 4-barrel carbs. Look at that, guys. Wired to heck. Like, that is way more detailed than your average ERTL. I knew just the way it was sitting in the box. So these are anniversary pieces to mark the 50 years of Hemi, whatever it was. Yeah, 50 years of Hemi. So they went overboard. You see even the everything. Like, it's excellent. It's not your average ERTL from this era. They went a little over and above. That's a piece of dust. It's not the paint. But they went a little over and above with everything. So we're going to get some good glamour shots of this because it is gorgeous. And let's do just that now. Guys, I am in love with this thing. Like, I don't usually collect this style of car. But they just really did a good job of catching how this looked from that era. I love the paint. I think they knocked the paint, like knocked it out of the park with the paint, the wheels. I love the stance of it. I love everything about this thing. Now guys, I have to admit, I know F all about racing cars, especially from this era, except from what I read about some of them. I'm going off looks alone for this. And I love the look of it. I don't know how accurate it is. Like from pictures I've seen of the car, it looks pretty accurate. But I can't tell you. I'm going by looks, and this thing is gorgeous. I love those fat tires on the back. They included the wheelie bar where the little wheels turn. I'm in love with those fat tires on the back. The Firestones, all the sponsors from back in the day. ERTL just knocked it out of the park with this. Went above and beyond for this anniversary, just showing you guys the beautiful paint. My only complaint about this car, guys, is I don't like the way the hood comes off, because you gotta really reef on it and screw with it. Like it clicks in nice, it like clicks into place beautiful, but to get it out of there, it's hard. One good point about that is if you move the car, it's not going to be falling out onto the ground and getting wrecked on you. That's one good aspect of it. There's the name on the side of the car. But if you take it out to show this beautiful detailed motor with the two 4 barrels, it's a pain in the butt. And you're going to think that you're going to break it, but you don't break it. It comes out. But look at that, guys. That is gorgeous. ERTL did that in 2002, believe it or not. Beautiful. That is gorgeous. Yeah, only complaint is how the hood clicks in and out. That's it. Beautiful paint. Again, guys, I am no expert on this old vintage racing stuff, so I couldn't tell you, oh, it's got the proper sponsors, or oh, the wheels are correct. I can't tell you all that. This is on looks alone. This thing is gorgeous. Wow. Bo, what are you doing? That's not the Cale Yarborough car that you're going to get the motor out of for the General. Come on. Again, showing you guys how well those 3 3/4 inch Mego figures go with these models. Looks like Bo's working on the car. Looks awesome. In case anyone wondered, that's the size that works very well with it. Pulled one out to show you, not from the same maker, but I took the hood off this one just to show you guys the power plant. Oh, somebody stole it. Hemi under glass, guys. If you don't know the story about this car, very interesting. Very heavy car. This is by Highway 61. Look at the details of that bitch. BARRACUDA. But the Hemi under glass, this is why they called it the Hemi under glass. See that? It's literally a Hemi under glass. But this is Highway 61. This is detailed to the wazoo, this one. It's in a display case normally, like an acrylic, but I took it out just to show you guys. I love this thing. I remember when I was a kid reading little books that had the drag cars in it, and this was one of them. But very cool. Highway 61, and wow, that door opens beautiful. Glenn has a autograph version of this Hemi under glass here. This, but it just goes to show you guys, I got the hood off the Motown Missile again. But for ERTL from 2002, that displays beautifully with this Highway 61. Like it just, they're beautiful. Beauties. Oh, check out that wheelie stand, guys, from the Hemi under glass, taken off from the line. ERTL, you did awesome. If you guys are wondering, by the way, on my score of this Motown Missile, I'm giving it a retro score of 9 out of 10. and that doesn't usually happen very often, but everything right down from where the doors open, the way the doors open and shut, everything about this car is a beauty. The only negative mark I have on this guy is the way the hood comes off and on. But the positive part about that is the hood's not popping off all the time. Like the Hearst Hemi under glass here, as soon as I picked it up, I went to look at it to look at something, the hood popped off. But this one is on secure by ERTL. Just a pain in the butt to get it off. And it looks good too. Backwards, let's see here. And it pops in nicely. It pops like almost snaps in, locks in, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you guys the Hemi under glass one. So the Hemi under glass, the casting's actually absolutely beautiful. And the hood rests on those 4 pegs, but the only problem is it comes off easy. You got to be very careful if you have one of these, because you'll forget, lift it up at an angle or something, and the hood will pop right off on you. And it's so hard to do things sometimes with a camera, but there we go. Just to show you guys, that is beautiful. So even if you're not into some of these older era racing car guys, you might want to look into some of them. If you're a Mopar guy, check out some of the old Mopars. If you're a Chev guy, check out some of the old Chevs. Same goes for the Fords. Some beautiful stuff here. And you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for it, although I'm sure this Motown Missile was not cheap because it's a numbered car. Glenn doesn't remember getting it. I'm very curious to know the value of this because I have no idea. So first place I'll check is Kijiji and Marketplace, see if there's any on there, what they're priced at, and see if they've been listed for 3 days or 746 days. That's how I get my real world pricing, guys, not by eBay, because like I explained before, somebody that doesn't live close to a Walmart or in a suburban area with lots of options like Marketplace, like I'm an hour outside Toronto, or 40 minutes outside Toronto one way, 40 minutes to Niagara Falls the other way. So I've got options. There's tons of stuff around here, and there's tons of things on Marketplace. What about the guy that lives 3 hours from a Walmart or lives in the rural country and he can't jump on Marketplace because he's not close to anybody? So then he's kind of a captive buyer on eBay. He has to pay those prices if he wants something. And that's why I don't use eBay, even the sold listings, to price stuff, because it's not the same thing. And besides that, guys, you guys know a $20 item from Marketplace is usually $45 plus shipping on eBay. Although lately I have been seeing the odd good deal out of China pop up on eBay. But you gotta wonder if it's a real item or if it's bunk. But that's a little tip on how I price stuff. And if I go to buy something, I definitely don't start pricing it on eBay. Like if, for example, let's say you're gonna go buy a new car. You're not gonna go price it by looking at the most expensive lot in town. You know what I mean? And that's basically what you're doing by going and pricing stuff on eBay. Look on Marketplace, look on Kijiji. Like I said, if you see a $50 item that's a pretty popular item, listed for $50, but it's sat there for 4 months and there's no takers, it's too much. You know what I mean? You do stuff like that. But yeah, eBay is the last place I price things. And clearly I must do something right because I don't pay any of those prices. I get people arguing all the time. eBay is the standard, the gold standard for setting prices. Maybe it's the gold standard for setting your prices, but it's not anywhere near. If I go to buy something, as soon as somebody starts talking about eBay, not interested, because I know we're not going to be on the same page usually. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us for that Sunday night video. This week I'm on afternoons, so I got a lot of extra energy, and that usually means more unboxings. I think the after Christmas drought is here for my toy hunting. After Christmas every year there's a drought that can last anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 months, 3 months. During COVID it was lasting forever. It was lasting months at a time. Yesterday or this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, going to check, skunked every single day. And that never happens. So I talked to a couple other guys who hit stores, in towns around me and stuff, and they tend to agree. They think it's the drought's here, it's on us. So hopefully if it's the case, it doesn't last very long. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching once again. Thank you for all the support lately. This is why I decided to kick out another video tonight, because you guys are doing so well with smashing that like button for me, leaving comments, telling me what you guys like, what you guys collect. I love reading that stuff. Some of you guys are just like me, and I feel like I know you guys. So thank you so much for all this support. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, don't let Grimace get you.
Call me now for your free reading.